My child, there is much happening around you that tries to push you away from me. But know that I am with you through it all. The enemy wishes to discourage you, but I have surprises in store that will uplift and encourage you. The closer you draw to something good and beautiful I have for you, the harder the forces of darkness will try to resist and turn you back. Like a woman enduring intense labor pains before the joy of new life emerges, the breakthrough you seek brings intense struggle before you reach your destination. How many times have you wanted to quit right before your miracle manifested? Yet afterward, you were so grateful you persevered. You may not have even realized the blessing was so close, yet you kept pressing on anyway. And when you finally witnessed what I had for you, you rejoiced that you did not give up or choose a different path that could have led you astray. My dear one, staying the course of my guidance has saved your life many times, even when it made no sense to you. Like when I instructed Noah to build an ark when there was no sign of rain or flood. The call to obedience can seem foolish in the moment. Noah endured ridicule and struggle, constantly tempted to abandon the mission. But afterward, safe with his family and the animals as the storm raged on, he thanked me for pressing him not to quit. Many people wonder why they suffer attacks when they have done nothing to deserve it. You feel buffeted from many sides, your character maligned, your peace disrupted through no fault of your own. This injustice rightly frustrates you. But if you could see the true volume of schemes the devil has designed against you because of your destiny, you would be overwhelmed. Out of mercy, I filter most of them from ever touching you. The arrows you feel are but splinters of the torrent meant to take you out. But I will never leave or forsake you. I take the full brunt myself, faithful to protect you. My precious child, you will come through this stronger, trained for future battles by what you now endure. Stay near my heart and know I have surprises of joy prepared for you. Cling to my words more than the visible circumstances around you. I delight to bless you even while storms rage. Keep listening for my instructions to steer your vessel. Though you feel clueless on how to navigate, keep following my guidance one step at a time. Let me teach you as we walk together. Do not fear making mistakes, for through them you learn how to overcome. None of this takes me by surprise. I will use it all for your good. I know the gifts deposited within you. Our walk together draws them out. What I originate, I complete. So lift your eyes, precious child of mine. The billows around you do not indicate my displeasure, but the enemy's futile attempts to shut down your destiny. His schemes may seem lethal, but flow through filters of my love and power. Only my purposes for you will ultimately stand. That breakthrough draws near as you align your steps with mine. Yes, the birth pangs intensify, but that means the arrival nears. The intensity signals that your perseverance and my power will soon display something beautiful. The momentum cannot stop now. As I told you, I have surprises in store that will overwhelm you with joy and amazement in days ahead. No more will the enemy's lies compete with the visible, tangible tokens of my faithfulness. Do not give in now, when you have overcome so much to arrive at this pivotal threshold. What I birth carries far more weight than what tries to end you. Cling to me as the contractions crescendo. My presence in the fire shuts the lion's mouth and blunts the fiery darts. I too once endured the hatred of men and felt forsaken, yet my obedience birthed resurrection life and salvation for multitudes, including you. I understand your sorrow and share in your suffering. You are not alone in this valley. Keep walking forward in trust as I illuminate each step. Every attempt against you now fortifies you with an overcoming tenacity you did not have before the battle. Battles that once intimidated you from a distance will seem small compared to what you endure presently. This conflict indicates your rank and authority, are rising in the spirit, provoking the backlash. But I declare to you, greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world, and the same Spirit that raised Christ from the dead dwells in you. The pit aimed for you becomes the very platform I shall elevate you upon. My beloved, lift your gaze again from the stormy waves that surround to the one who walks upon them at your side. Do you realize in all this war, your focus has shifted to the enemy's schemes and his puppet leaders, more than to my love and promises for you? Take back that access you have relinquished through fear. Retrain your eyes on things above where I reign. There resides your unshakable city, your sanctuary of peace. The evil one knows that as you rediscover the power of my presence, his spells over you weaken. In my light, his darkness loses its grip. For my desire is to shower you always with blessings, even in the darkness. As in days of old, I divided the Red Sea that stood between my children and their destiny. The hour again nears for another divine rescue, another conquest where what opposes you shall be cast down. For I go before you into battle. For in the fray you discover aspects of me you would behold no other way. Some revelations only unfold in crisis. Peter saw weakness in himself that drove him closer to my heart. In turmoil, he found an intercession power he did not know he had. His failure prepared him for future leadership. You perceive this season only as loss, yet I declare it will multiply what you have sown in faith and obedience over long years. I ordain for you a harvest of righteousness and peace that cannot be sabotaged or stolen. I will surprise you, not only with salvation from every weapon forged against you, but with sudden favor and provision from unexpected places. I dispatch my heavenly hosts with bread from my very throne room. They even now take up assignments on your behalf, overt and covert. The wind of the Spirit prepares to fill your sails in renewed strength. Before this you have known me as provider, healer, savior, but now you will know me as deliverer, liberator, champion over every foe. I give you an authority in prayer and decree you have yet to employ. I teach your hands to war and your fingers to do battle with skillful accuracy. No weapon formed against you shall ultimately succeed. The waiting time has expired. Before you now stands open doors enemies tried to shut. With heavenly keys in your grip, you unlock doors to progress and vindication you have long awaited. Divine connections, resources, and revelations shall converge upon you suddenly. Where you sowed tears, I now command a joyous harvest. The night has passed and the sun of a new day dawns for you. Yes, the stretch intensifies, but the destined moment of release draws nigh. Child of destiny, lift your gaze again to me. See me now as I am in my beauty. Allow my love to overwhelm fear in these final moments. For you shall see. It happened just as I told you. As with Job, my restoration will saturate every area. My justice will prevail, and your courageous stand through it all is about to reap abundantly as my goodness chases you down. The trajectory now moves upward with sudden release. I bless my faithful ones who gave all to stand with me in their hour of trial, and I crown these overcomers with honor. Sweet child, take your place now among these victor warriors. Dust yourself off and reconnect to my heartbeat of pride over you. For the spoken promises over you now activate with power to transform you. Renew your mind now to receive all I have prepared for you as an overcomer. For the extremes you endured equip you to assist others walking through their own valleys. The enemy shudders at this next wave of leaders now emerging. Therefore, identify yourself not as a victim, but as a giant slayer and dragon conqueror. Rejoice then at the refinement this season has produced. Through torment and pressure, you discovered how near I remained all the while. The forces that opposed you were but footstools leading you into higher realms of influence. And know, beloved one, Every attack sent against you now reverses upon the enemy's head. I ordain angel armies to intervene now with my judgment. What the devil sent to harm you shall boomerang as severe consequences upon him and his puppet leaders. I decree, the winds of change now accelerate. The generals of the army of darkness fall helpless before heaven's host. They topple into ruin while you rise ever higher.